Good morning, everyone. Thank you all so much for being here. Hoy me presento ante ustedes como una inmigrante orgullosa de los Estados Unidos y profesora bilingüe de las escuelas públicas de Meriden. I wanted to start my speech speaking in Spanish to honor my identity. Here's what I said. Today, I stand before you as a proud immigrant of the United States and bilingual educator of Meriden Public Schools. I came to this country at 17 years old from Spain, ready to chase my dream of playing soccer, getting an education, and becoming fluent in English. I also carry with me a heavy accent, the fear of not belonging, and no clue what anyone was saying. Despite these challenges, what I thought would be a 4-year adventure has lasted 15. Because I had lived the experience of learning in 2 languages, I knew I belonged in a bilingual classroom, where every lesson is more than academics. It's a bridge between languages, a celebration of cultures, and a daily reminder that our differences are our greatest strength. This experience also shaped how I approach teaching. As both a bilingual teacher and an immigrant, I feel a deep responsibility to help students understand the power of maintaining their first language, a language that holds far more than vocabulary. It carries the stories, traditions, and identities of generations. Maintaining their native language doesn't slow down English learning. It enriches it. It is not a barrier, but a gift, giving them the strength to navigate 2 worlds while carrying their identity proudly wherever they go. This approach has also been shaped by many moments in the classroom. Just like everyone in this room today, our daily experiences with our students and families shape the kind of teachers we become. Now, I would like to share a couple of lessons with each of you that have shaped the kind of teacher I am today. I promise to keep it under 5 minutes because I know we all need to get back to our classrooms and make it look like everything is perfectly under control before the parents and the students show up. Lesson number 1. Show up for your communities with authenticity, and they will show up for you in ways you could never imagine. During my very first year of teaching in the United States, I was facing an uncertain future. I had only 1 year left on my visa. I gave everything I had to my classroom, building strong relationships with my students and their families. At the end of the year, I told the parents that if I couldn't secure a visa, I would have to leave. What happened next still humbles me to this day. The parents, many of whom were immigrants themselves, came together. They met with the superintendent and advocated on my behalf. They asked for support for my visa, and with their help, 3 years later, I was able to receive my green card. It was because they fought for me, because they believed in me. That moment changed everything. In that moment of uncertainty, I made a promise to myself that if I was given the chance to stay, I would devote myself to giving my students the education they truly deserve. I would make every lesson count. I would make every child feel seen, safe, and celebrated. And today, as I stand before you with this recognition, I can say with full conviction, I have honored that promise. Every day, I walk into my classroom. Every day, I walk into my classroom with the same sense of purpose that I felt all those years ago. I know that teaching is more than content. It's connection. It's community. It's about building trust so strong that families will fight for you because they know you're fighting for their children. Lesson number 2. Stories matter. A few years ago, I had a new student join my class right in the middle of the school year. You know the moment you finally hit your stride, your routines are solid, your students are engaged, and your classroom feels like a well-oiled machine. You're thinking, okay, I've got this. And then he walked in. From day 1, this student was, let's just say, scoochy. He struggled to stay in his seat, follow instructions, and complete the simplest academic tasks. And I'll be honest, I started to feel frustrated. I found myself focusing on all the things that were going wrong. Then, one morning, after a particularly difficult day, I pulled him aside. I was ready for the usual "we have to get it together" talk. But what happened next shattered my frustration and completely changed how I see my role as a teacher. This 6-year-old boy proceeded to tell me a story about how he had walked with his family of 5 for over a month from El Salvador to the United States, facing numerous traumatic events and unimaginable obstacles. I was speechless. Here, I had been so focused on routines and behavior charts and schedules that I hadn't stopped to consider what this little boy had survived, what he might be carrying with him every single day. In that moment, I did the only thing that felt right. I hugged him, and I said, "This school is your safe place. You belong here, and I am honored that you are part of my class." And would you believe it? This little boy changed almost overnight. Not because I came up with the perfect behavior plan, not because of new incentives or consequences, but because I listened, because I saw him, because I chose empathy over frustration, connection before correction. And once that connection was there, he grew, academically, socially, emotionally. Despite everything he had been through, he showed up ready to learn every single day. He worked so hard because at such a young age, he knew the power of education that his family had taught him. I'll never forget the day he asked me to put on the anthem with a video of El Salvador. His whole face lit up, and with so much pride, he told the class, "These are the streets I used to walk in back home." Suddenly, his story became real to all of us. Of course, that meant every student wanted to share a video of their own countries too. Sometimes those lessons stretched much longer than I had planned, and I would only hope the principal wouldn't walk through my door right at that moment. But honestly, those were the best lessons we ever had, because they weren't about math or reading, they were about belonging, about identity, about pride. Each day, this student showed me what true resilience looks like, and it opened my eyes to something important. The label English language learner doesn't come close to capturing the depth of what our immigrant students are actually doing. They're not simply picking up a new language. They're mastering how to read, how to write, and how to learn content in 2 languages. And they're accomplishing this in half the time as the rest of the students. So as Juliana Ortubey, the National Teacher of the Year, says, they are not just English language learners, they are linguistically gifted. This Teacher of the Year honor is not mine alone. It belongs to the students who inspire me every day, to the families who fought for me, to the colleagues who walk alongside me in this work with creativity, resilience, and heart, and to my paraeducator who helps me stay afloat every day. Together, we're shaping futures. Together, we're lifting voices. Together, we're making sure every child knows they belong. And today, I stand here not only as an immigrant, not only as a bilingual teacher, but as a proof that our empathy and our ability to connect are what makes us powerful leaders. They are what makes us the heroes our students need. So my challenge to all of you for this school year is this. Let's not just teach lessons. Let's honor stories. Because when we see our students for who they are, not just for what they can do, we don't change their lives, they change ours. Thank you for this incredible honor. I carry it with deep gratitude, with pride in my story, and with a promise to continue this work with all of you. Thank you, and have a beautiful school year.